to ignite intellects and challenge different perspectives. Just like the previous day, tonight we'll showcase the finest in rhetorical prowess and critical thinking. First and foremost, let us meet the Honorable Board of Judges for the second day of Smart Debaters. Ms. Yustanias, Ms. Gimsarangarmavati, thank you for your representation. Do you know, it's fascinating how technology has transformed playtime for today's children. While our parents might reminisce about playing in fields and lakes, but kids today are navigating virtual worlds and solving puzzles on screens. Tonight, our debaters are tackling whether these video games are a blessing or a curse for education. On one side, we have advocates who argue that games are teaching critical thinking and problem-solving skills that are crucial for the success of digital life. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this exhilarating debate on a topic that's at the forefront of modern education. Are video games favorable for education? Today, we are here to guide you through an evening of spirited discussions and insightful arguments. I'm sure that this debate will challenge our perspectives and maybe even change some minds. So, without further ado, let's jump into the fray and see where tonight's discussion takes us. Let's meet our two debating teams. Members of the proposing team are Jesandu Bhagya, the leader of the proposing team, Shamod Nirmala, Upadya Gunasekara, and Vinu Ket. The members of the opposing team are Tinuli Tilanya, the team lead of opposing team, Jesandu Oshada, Tisha Pereira, Kavisha Miranda. So, without further ado, here we announce the commencement of the debate. Please give a big round of applause.
Good evening, esteemed judges, dear parents, dear friends, and honorable opponents. Today we are standing before you to advocate for profound benefits for integrating video games into education. Well, we all know entertainment, but video games now has a unique capacity to engage, motivate, and learn. As video games are not only captivate, also cultivate essential skills crucial in the success in 21st century. Our team firmly believes that harnessing the power of video games is revolutionized how we learn and prepare the next generation into future challenges. As a result of playing games like these, engagement, motivation, team work, collaboration, problem solving skills, reducing mental stress, safe environment for failure, and like that, more is increasing that the engagement of a student. The studies of the American Psychological Association say that playing an educational video game is increasing the visual attention and spatial skills of the student. So it can be help to the educational things that the student have followed. The games like Minecraft Educational Edition, Spacecraft is increasing the math skills of a student, and the games like Mathletis is increasing the hard puzzle games like Spacecraft, which is increase the math skills of a student, and the academics like Khan Academy, it do that how a student can do that subject maths or science correctly. So and also some video games can affect favorably in physical health of a student. The games like just dance, yoga, and also Zumba is improving the physical health of a student. And also, when we consider games like Minecraft Educational Edition, it is very important for a student because it is important. So we firmly believe that educational content is important to a student. Thank you.
Do you prefer your life or death? Impartial board of judges, dear teacher, dear parents, and my dear proposing team. I firmly consider that video games are not suitable for educational purposes. Playing video games can cause different kinds of problems. It doesn't matter what purpose we used to play it. Those things are really addictive and distracting. This addiction often leads to neglect studies and result in poor in academic skills. In addition to that, if a child play video games daily for months or years, it will damage their physical, mental, and social skills. If we talk about physical health, they may cause, due to playing video games continuously without doing any exercise, they may cause non-communicable diseases like obesity, diabetes, cholesterol, and high blood pressure, and etc. You may think it doesn't affect for education, but those who suffer from those diseases, they are really stressed. They can't focus on their education because the non-communicable diseases cannot be fully recovered like communicable diseases. Affecting to mental health is much more dangerous than PT because it reduces memory power of people gradually due to damaging brain cells, and they might take quick decisions, and most of the time they may feel like they have no emotions. I think you all know about social health because social health means if you have no social health, that means you have no friends, no contact with your family, and you don't know anything about society. So it may cause to depress, and most of them came suicides. Furthermore, video games are not created for education. It's created for our own entertainment. So it contains lots of violent things like videos, pictures, text, etc. So if a child play video games, we don't know they play educationally or entertainment, but if they play excessive amount, it's addiction. We all know that everything has a limit. If we go beyond that, that means it changes our life, not in a positive way, but in a negative way.
These are some the people who are playing video games, and also when we play video games, we can increase our thinking pattern, we can increase our creativity by playing video games, and also here is a picture. Children are playing video games. But they are playing video games they're playing video games together as a group. While they are playing video games as a group, and also the personalized learning is also there. So personalized learning for the education is also very important by video games. They are playing video games alone by thinking at their own point, and also when we are playing video games, we can we can concentrate for one point, and we can gain more knowledge from video games. Video games are very important. Video games are very important for our education.
Video games are very popular among children those days, but time by time it turns to bad way. But we all knew that playing video game is a very enjoyable activity. But that enjoyment turns to the addiction. When children addicting to the video games, they behave like zombies. Therefore, they don't know who are they don't know what they do, they don't know about their parents also, and they also don't mind about them. Some children, when child is addicted to the video games, they play video games more than 6-7 hours. Therefore, they miss their educational time. It's like an epidemic situation that world has going to face in the future. The World Health Organization has recognized that gaming disorders can be mental health conditions. The addiction of the child can be in a foreign country. There's a child who addicted to the video games. He's killed his mother. This is the news of that. One day he is went to the school. He is met with an accident. So their parents decided to take him home and give an online education for him by giving him a mobile phone. One day his friend introduced him a video game. Then he, day by day, he addicted to it. This news has gone to their parents. They take this mobile phone from him. Because of that addiction, the child trying to get that mobile phone by killing his mother. This is the way that addiction that happened to children's life. So we can conclude that mobile addiction to the video games is very unfavorable for children's life.
Under the topic motivation and engagement, video games have clear goals and objectives. As we get clear goals and objectives in video games, players motivate to gain them and be happy. So in this structure can motivate players by gaining rewards and goals and themselves, and this structure helps to move forward by that motivation. Social interaction. Many video games are with multiplayer modes, and it means that they can play with their friends or unknown person with like a team, and this helps to make new friends and improve his teamwork quality. Teamwork helps people to in studies and doing projects in educational side, and stress relief. Studying 2-3 hours is very stressful for students. Video games help to relieve their stress and return to their task. Immediate feedback. In video games, players have to feedback to things immediately. If players feedback immediately, it helps to win the game. Like in day-to-day life, people is supposed to give immediate feedback for their purposes. This helps to people in day-to-day life activities.
Look at this picture. This kid has killed his 14 years old friend, and he has played the PlayStation video game. And this one, he has played Manhunt video game, and now he's in the prison, and he has killed another person. What caused these kids to do like this? The video games. If there were no video games like that, today there won't be murderers and prisons. You know,
these children gonna have such a beautiful future. They may be engineers and doctors, but they lost their life and they destroyed the whole future because of these video games. Billions and billions of people play video games every single day. And yes, the video games are not suitable actually. You know, these video games are really adverse and it's affecting the person's behavior, and it led to violence because many video games contain violent stuff that leads to violence. Now you know the most important part in human is their behavior. So they are simply like, you know, as my friends say, zombies, and they are in an imaginary world, and even they don't know who they are. They don't have a thing called sympathy. They are so aggressive and they're furious. But look at us, when someone has affection from us, we politely respond them. And we're really kind. But these, they're not like that. They're so aggressive and they just, if someone just asks them a question, that they just blow away from that and they're really doing something really terrible. And yes, that's why I'm telling this is bad. So in such a condition, can we say that these video games are good for education? And one of your team members said it increased the creativeness. Now think about your examination. If you want to get a high result, if you want to study and if you got the examination right, the knowledge won't come to your brain. Simply like that. The creativity is the video game, the one who made it, not that person. He just looking at it in that present balance. That doesn't make that person creative. He need to involve himself and need to build up his creativity. And creativity won't come even though you watch and just press those buttons actually. So, I want to ask you again, you're still telling these video games are favorable for education?
As our other team members said, video games give so many positive impacts on education. If we talk about that, there are so many advantages like skill acquisition. Firstly, video games enhance our cognitive skills, like they want us to solve complex puzzles and many more mirror into the real world. So it helps us to face challenges in day-to-day life. And secondly, video games promote teamwork and leadership qualities. Like today, there are so many multiplayer games like Fortnite and many more, which we have to play with our friends or others. We have to play with foreigners also. So it also increase our communication skills too. And also we have to work like a team to achieve a goal. So it increases our teamwork. And one of the member in the opposing team state that addiction. But nowadays the technology is so much advanced. There are parent controls. We can at screen times and many more. Like parents can control the phone by their own by adding the parental control. And also video games improve hand-eye coordination too, which gives us so much advantage for education. Like it also increases our consideration skills. We have to consider non-education to non-education. Video games help us to improve our consideration skills too. In conclusion, video games are not just pastimes. They are powerful tools of education. Like we have to, they can enhance our coordination skills, cognitive skills, and collaboration skills, and many more. So finally, I would like to state that video games are favorable for education.
Introducing gaming can lead us to serious physical and mentally health problems. It also affects their academic life. A study at the American Institute found children's who spend more than 2 hours playing video games cause eye-related issues. Additionally, gaming let people depression and make them isolated. In Sri Lanka, a 17 years girl from Candidoro playing countless hours, playing games countless hours. And also another main problem is damaging brain cells. Inside the brain, there are parts which control activities like emotion, behaviors, and etc. Due to playing these video games, those parts are not capable for work properly. For an example, parts of the inner brain called hippocampus. And also in this picture we can see control group video games before training and after 1 week, after 2 weeks. You may think won't related to education. The children who suffer from those diseases get depression, and due to that they will keep thinking about it, so they get stressed. That cause to interrupt their education. Through this information we can understand that video games are effective. Are you still telling video games are won't hurt us? Thank you.
One of the opposing team members said that by playing games, addiction process is over. Addiction is not a process that only occurred by playing video games. The things like social media, television, even though sport also can addiction processes happen when if not managed properly. By a proper parental supervision and moderation, addiction can be avoided. And also nowadays, in gaming system, they display some time that needed for the educational content. After that time, it's auto log out from the game, and the children can't log again without a parental permission. So how can you say about that addiction is occurred by a video game? And another member said that in video games there are inappropriate content. How do you say? When a children is playing a video game, nowadays it is monitored by the video game and sent to their parents. Then parents can say, see how their children are doing well. So how inappropriate content is affecting students in education. And also, when we thought video games are affecting sedentary lifestyle, it's not. It's happened because of improper posture. Improper posture is only not be can affect by video games. The things like working, reading, and writing also. When we using improper posture, it can be happen. That's a solution by the video games also for that. Games like yoga, just dance, and also the games like Zumba Go, we can increase our physical fitness. So how can you say that video games are unfavorable to education? And also video games are favorable in social building. Not video games are not violent. It is important to that children can do multiplayer mode, play games on multiplayer modes with their parents. So how video games are affect unfavorably in education? Our team firmly believes that video games are affect favorably in education. Thank you.
I think we all go to schools, tuition classes, and even we study for our exams. According to proposing team's opinion, we don't need to go to schools, tuition classes, or we don't even want to study for exams. We can just stay at home and play video games. Then we get to know everything. I would like to ask, do you guys do what you guys suggest others to do? Rather than giving advices, it's better to be example. Do you guys know there are lots of people at the hospital who are suffering from mental health, who are suffering from mental diseases? Why? Due to playing video games. The memory power decreases gradually, and that person's memory power is relatively lower than others. And brain doesn't function very well. Why? Because brain can't give signals clearly to other parts of the body. They became persons who can't even work individually. We can simply say they became unstable, insane persons. On the other hand, people claim suicide due to lots of reasons that cause playing video games. One of proposing team members said that parents can guide video games and parents can check whether children are doing right thing. According to this graph, we can clearly say that age 5 to 12 years, that means small kids, they are only listening to their parents because they are afraid, they don't know about society, they listen to their parents. So only that time parents can control them. But after being mature, they used to play violent video games. And due to that, they became depressed and they always try to take quick decisions like claiming suicides. There are a hell of a lot of examples for that. I don't want to waste time explaining those things. At last, I would like to ask, are you still suggesting what you guys don't do? I mean, using video games for educational purposes? If you are still, will you take the responsibility of those lives who are suffering at the moment in the hospitals and the parents who suffer due to their child's death? Thank you.
So, I hope you all enjoyed the session. It was really an interesting debate, and members of the both parties performed well, bringing arguments and breaking them. I'm sure that this is the subject of many sections in society today. But in this competition, only one team can win the game. That doesn't mean the other group is not clever.
Yes, that's right. Most of us in here have faced so many challenges, but we don't need to worry because that is the way of our success. Facing challenges is the best way to reach our achievements. So don't fret about the outcomes. Now, it is the time to announce the results of the debate.
What could that team be?
The team not only showcased mastery in their field, but also profoundly moved the judges with their remarkable performance, leaving an indelible impression on both hearts and minds.
And the team moving on to this next round.
So the team qualified for the semi-final is the team led by Tinuli Tiranga. Thank you for your participation in this thrilling and enlightening debate. Keep watching for the next round where our debate will tackle French challenges.